Vimba.
You can't say anything. This thing, MzGee, on first time I need to tell you this. No, it's your show.
It is 12 midnight.
You cannot tell me what
it is 12 midnight.
You tell us
I gave everybody 1 minute. You have been speaking for too long. What can I check?
You know what? MzGee, don't come back to me to speak. I won't speak again.
Okay, that's fine.
Don't come back to me on this show. I won't speak again. What are you telling me?
I bought 12 midnight.
So what? 12 midnight, so what? Did you time Kewa? Did you give him time?
You've spoken more than everybody else. In fact,
where's the timer? Where's the timer? Where's the timer?
The only argument I can also ask.
If not for my, if not for
A plus,
the fellow you are moderating doesn't give you no. I mean moderate show. Any it's not A plus. Don't come back to me and make us. What kind of impudence? What do you mean by Amuda? Come on, man. Go around, don't come back to me.
Yeah, that's
what are you
fine.
talking about?
A plus.
You asked me, okay. What did I say? This is the first time you're doing it. What do you mean by what do you want Omoda? Omoda for what reason?
A plus.
Come back with talk.
It's okay, then don't talk again. Let's A plus.
Don't even try this with me again.
A plus.
What's wrong with you?
Vimbas TV so and we Mr. Logic abe address MzGee BM doing an exclusive interview with Fifi Pratt, the supercharger of Kingdom FM. In Rebecca last week Saturday and on United Showbiz so having a bit of clash with MzGee on set. Emrana show no our life. Now the reason why they clashed and they say or now make a submission on why Nigerian music seem to travel far than Ghanaian music. And MzGee cited to him say looking at how Chesekwami A plus Yoni Ewo studio no onye intem non sami up now. Other people at home are also yarning. In fact, the way she put that particular statement to Mr. Logic, according to many, wasn't fair. Emma Logic and so registering displeasure to MzGee. They kind of went back and forth for a few minutes and they were trying to exchange displeasure at each other. Now, after that, the show went on successfully. During a recent interview a few hours ago with Fifi Pratt and Mr. Logic, take it time, clarify, say he never hates MzGee. In fact, also MzGee and a personal person. Before she joined UTV, now mostly Otai Ekoni show so as a pandit. So therefore, and yes, all MzGee downfall. Now, sending MzGee addressing no anya just say or to nebo explaining the things into details. Mummy have video no na FY Winche FA comment section no. And my all credit to Kingdom FM and Fifi Pratt, the supercharger.
Panel and people have been asking me, Aden, why MzGee Bibiana? Why in Bibiana? I've got that feedback over and over before.
This is not the first time.
It's not the first time. I mean, this not in this magnitude, okay. But in a different way. Make us out to katam. There be our logic. 1 minute per kasantem. Zubi kade kasantema. Mama kasama my rebel most times. Zubi kade kasantema. Why there? Remember be kana kasa or prompt to there. Me waste time. On one occasion, remember them catching it. So if catch them kasantem down there. Remember me kasakra.
I break your time.
Oh yeah, me time.
Okay.
On your once, on your twice. Why the madam? Now so people have prompted me there. I be the mind Bibiana. Let me so because I remember that when MzGee was at Media General, I was one of the people she can call me at a very short notice. There was a time I'm going and meaning was very cordial relationship, a respectable one. So make Tikado beat the MzGee in Boadia. Oh yeah, na me. Oh, because on fanyem da. You know, all the time I've known her, she hasn't disrespected me before when she was at TV3, when she was at multimedia. Onyem them dantino. So I them kofol kade umboadia. Na me minju one indi because on fanyem.
On fanyem da. Okay.
So na me hunde or your sister, me no ye fine.
Okay.
But I started experiencing that thing with certain encounters, on UTV. When I know I cut him, I know why they make a mass amount of most
but yet the same to know the other.
When them know the other guys. Only I will not stand and lie. Me too trauma will be too casa, and I'm doing any all casa. Dodo. Or you'll be man away jay. But I made most times, sometimes all can pain there. Mr. Logic anytime you're fast. and now they work 1 minute per why there the man when I will team no will feed there me know why there and pema semana because actually most of the comment coming out people are even pointing to the fact that they've noticed that you know now me so amaka has me notice that ma it got to a time cry my man kasa me there camera report I'm a father the father and Pocho. I don't like how sometimes make me point at MzGee Okasa. But the 2 times now me hear the camera report and my father wasn't available. No, I mean he wasn't in town. The main opportunity now and can't AC. I'm sure that if I have had the opportunity to tell father that I'm experiencing some things with MzGee, I'm not happier. I'm sure that can easy. Because me had the opportunity because he wasn't around.
Okay.
But I remember there was a time the assistant producer I prompted him there. I'm not happy with how MzGee introduces me and how sometimes she goes about it when I'm making my submission. That I can remember that I reported to the assistant producer. Not catching that he will do something about it. Then I realized there the way she introduces me changed. It got better.
No, introduce her then.
Okay, for instance, saying there's Ubi Bao Shoda, MzGee, Onyende no Sadio Regiment. She has been doing this for very long.
Watch it.
You know each of us, our background and what we represent. I mean, Mr. Logic, better not that you can never say that you don't know I'm an artist manager. You can never say you don't know I'm chairman of songwriters. You can never say I'm a label owner, which are all evident what I do. And you know, at least if you don't even know how to introduce me as a person in him for very long, maybe Mr. Logic, how do I introduce him? If you want to say entertainment pandit, I'm fine. Put it in one, but the one that got to me, Paoma Meko reporting, my assistant producer, was when I was on a show, and then she introduced Arnold, she introduced Bulldog, she introduced I think it was Plus, it was A+. When it got to my turn, she said, and Mr. Logic, only the kappa to a pa. Then I said, so right there I responded, but that response wasn't this aggressive like this one to be an agent kodo. Now me say pato ankwana enima, then you don't know me at all. Them na making. To speak pato is not a bluff. Or a casa now can you say that make pato? That's not me. No, yeah, zero. It was no be a notice, but I wasn't happy with it because I am there to speak on crucial issues. You cannot introduce me as a linguistic person. No, is that why I'm sitting down there? I'm not sitting down there because of patois. To hear them no, after the show no, the following day no, make report to my assistant producer and they, I'm not happy how she introduced me the other day. Please, this is the way I wanted to address me. This is what I represent. And you know, after me making them report to the assistant producer, then she changed.
Okay.
So the following edition, she did exactly what I reported. What I mean though, the assistant producer spoke to her there. Logic don't want you to introduce him this way. So please introduce him in this manner. Then she started doing that. So I became comfortable with the introduction. Because that's what I represent now. Then the other problem I had was sometimes you can be jovial on the show, but you know, the personalities involved, you know, they have families, they have friends, they have you know, you can be jovial with people, but you don't have to be totally jovial with their brand. And you know, I mean, on the flyer, I am known on. If you be on the flyer, no order. Watch your Arnold Asamoah Bedu. Watch your whether Arnold or it's Arnold. Watch your A+. Watch your Bull God. Then watch your Mr. Logic. So, in a professional way, you know, you need to address us based on the naming on the flyer. That is what is out there. People know. Anything else you do is not in accordance with what's on the flyer. And you know, there was a time I mean, when she was about to introduce me, also a logic I'll cry me mudina what the war. Now me would no be so needing the day or online we no Honda may speak yes or meeting. But then between me and you, Medina over flyer, I don't know. Yeah, Mr. Logic. You know, Obo Medina what the woman, of course, or meeting the too. Then the following time, no, and now Osan Bo meeting before Mr. Logic Kado. I mean, pedal bo meeting them, bo meeting now over flyer and room. Because every day, that's not what's on the flyer. Professionally.
Adolfo, Chester, Mr. Logic, and Martin Nkase were explaining into detail what actually happened between himself and Chester MzGee, citing say he never hates MzGee. Now it was just something he needed to address immediately. We and a update about on MzGee and Chester Mr. Logic's clash last week. Any further updates, Beba? Yeah, the Bebrem or Vimba. So yeah, that's CP.
Vimbaz TV.